It's really both a surprise and a privilege to be here. Pondera Pharmaceuticals is not quite 3 months old. So I would imagine we are certainly the youngest business in the room, and I want to thank those who've given us a chance to participate in Top Gun, because I think it's going to be an incredible opportunity. We at Pondera have a vision, and if you kind of look around this room, you see all these closed shutters, and there's one that's open over there, and you can kind of see out into the distance through it. And it's our vision that through our pharmaceutical products that I'll explain a little bit about, that we will see a world in the not too distant future where the idea of addiction as a result of needed pain medication is a distant memory. And this sounds perhaps as fantastic as other ideas that have come and gone over the years. But when in April of this year, I learned that Albert Einstein College of Medicine in the Bronx was having a series of 28 patents originally filed by my uncle Stanley Crain, a brilliant biochemist, in the 90s and early 2000s, and that the opportunity to license those patents was going to come back to Einstein, I formed Pondera here in Maine. I am an attorney by background. And we met with Einstein in May 26th of this year with their patent committee. My uncle Stanley was there in spirit with his two sons, Michael and Stephen, a medical doctor and a research psychologist. And we presented our case to Einstein that we had the greatest single group of experts in the science of these pharmaceutical products between my two cousins and my uncle, and that with our scientific knowledge and our vision and our understanding of the science, we could put together a company that would actually be able to develop these drugs. And it wasn't an easy sell because it was just the three of us in the room, and my background was a lawyer, not a serial entrepreneur, not an entrepreneur. But we were able to make the case to Einstein that, in fact, we could pull this off. And we were, in fact, worked out the license agreement with Einstein. And very fortuitously, a month after that meeting, the National Institute of for Drug Abuse, NIDA, called my uncle and asked him to come down to Maryland and present his understanding of this science to NIDA. And that meeting took place, was very successful. And on the 9th of September, we are having a conference call with the director of NIDA, Nora Volkov, and a number of her staff, with regard to funding our next level of trials with federal money. So we've come a very, very long way in a very short distance. But the science that we're dealing with is both very technical and very simple. The principle that my uncle discovered was if you take your opioid drugs that everyone is familiar with, morphine, oxycodone, OxyContin, and you combine them in a particular way with another substance, you are able to drastically reduce, if not completely eliminate, tolerance and addiction. Why hasn't this happened before? That's a very long story. We think we've figured it out. Many people have come into the biotech space and been very wrong, and we understand that. So there's hardly a guaranteed idea. But we believe we have the science. We believe we have the team. I am here because I need your help and the help of my mentors to learn more about how to go from a great idea, which we think we have, and an exciting potential to actually seeing this product become available. And when we were conceived here in Maine, and I was very interested in Tom's comment, Maine does have an unusual, there are other states, 38 in total, that allow a corporation as part of its own corporate structure, to consider the interests not just of its shareholders, but of its community and of its customers. And that's part of Maine law. It's not part of Delaware law, among other places. And in our corporation's founding documents, it is specifically provided that it is our goal, our vision, to make sure that if we are right and these products do become available, that no one will be denied access to these products because of lack of insurance or because of lack of wealth, particularly if they live in the third world. And that's part of our corporate vision and our corporate mission, and we hope through the Top Gun mentoring process and all of the weekly sessions that I will have a lot more support and insight into how to take these ideas to fruition. Thank you very much.